Hi everyone, it's Caroline. Thanks for joining me today. I have been invited to participate in the hashtag Masterboard Madness that's hosted by Hazel Anaka at Hazel Anaka Design, and it has started. It started at the beginning of March, so March the 1st to the 31st. This is a really fun challenge series to participate in. And I have been really inspired so far by all the lovely participants, and I hope you'll go and visit them, subscribe, comment, and this will actually give you a chance to win a prize at the end of the month. I have on the other side of my piece of paper, I have the calendar that shows each of the participants on the dates of when they're doing their videos, and I'll link all that below. So I hope that this encourages you and inspires you to get whatever paper you have and glue your fun scraps, your images. It could be fabric, it can be anything. It's your masterboard. That'll be so fun. Since I have so many receipts, this is not even all of them, but I do have receipts that I've been saving because I do like to make my graffiti, I call them my graffiti receipt rolls. This is all I have left. I've created a variety of these on receipt rolls, and that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to take it in a different direction and make a masterboard with them, with my receipts. So what I'm going to do, I haven't even unfolded some of these. I'm going to flip my page around because I like to recycle. So I'm going to use this part of the page, and it's going to be my substrate. And I mean, you can use magazine, cardboard of all kinds. I think you know how to do this. Now this is going to be very plain because I'm going to cover this up with the receipts. I think this is a really fun way of using receipts and repurposing them. Repurposing anything that you have. Trim off what is left here. I'm going to fast forward the whole process of me gluing this on. This is what I have left. I'll keep these and make them all graffitied up and add them to my roll. I don't have much left. I love to use these in different things, and I'll link a video or two below of me making these. And so that's my very basic beginning of my masterboard. And now this is where the fun begins. I'm going to decorate this up. I'm going to gather a few things that I can use to decorate this. It's not going to take too much to cover this this size of page, just a copy paper. But I have some scraps here of magazine flowers. I have my doodle art that I've been taking away from, but I think I'll use some of this one here. I've used stamps and I've used pieces of scrap paper, and there's ink on here. I could use my markers. I could use my paints. And I think what I will do is when I'm finished, I will go with the sewing machine and do some, and you could do it after you cut it up, or you could do it once you have your masterboard completed and just do some silly stitching. So, and I have some stamps that I pulled out, a couple of different ones. And so I think what I'll do is I'll put some, I'm just going to tear up, look, I can do both sides. I can tear up some little pieces of paper here. And you can make them square, you can make them into strips. Maybe I'll do this one into a strip. A really fun, relaxing way to make your art, create another free creation. The thing with the, why I called it graffiti is when I first started doing this, it just looked like graffiti to me. And so what I want to do is, I'm not going to do a whole strip. I think what I'll do is trim this down. And I'll use the back of this. I'll go where the seams are. And if I miss some edges, it doesn't matter because I will use my sewing machine. You can make it as much or as little as you like any of the other style of master boards. It's really fun and relaxing. Any kind of master board. I could sit here and do this all day long. It's a real treat for me to see how these doodle pages end up looking with different applications when I'm using them. I'll just wipe off the excess. It's always a good idea. So this is going to have a lot of pinks. Well, it's got a lot of different colors. I'm noticing the page underneath coming through the thermal rolls, which is really fun. So that adds to that graffiti look. And this has been a really fun series. I want to say thank you, Hazel, for inviting me, for thinking of me. It's always fun to meet new friends along the way. This one will go over here in this corner somewhere, maybe just like this. I can come back and put some more on after. Do some stamping. I'm going to use some brown. I'll use the ground espresso and just do a whole bunch of stamping on here. I took all kinds out. And I go every which way because I never know. You just never know how this is going to end up. Is it going to be a pocket? Is it going to be a piece of just a nice decoration for a page? A tag? It can be so many things. It's just a mark. A square. I think I'm going to do some mushrooms right now. Okay, that one didn't work. But it's a mark, so I'll just leave it the way it is. And then let's see if I can get it. That's much better. I usually like to do 3. I don't know why, but I just do everything in 3s. I'll move on and do a different design. I'm going to do a flourish. It's kind of a big one here, but let's see. I have this block here. Going to add some blue. Do this little one. And because of the way the receipts are with all the numbers and the lettering, the script, or the text, then you don't have to really put more text on. It's already done for you. I'm going to do one more blue. Side by side. Okay, maybe some more. I like this blue. It's a fun one. Oh, let's do some red. Just graffiti. I've used these also, my graffiti rolls. I've used them in some of my prompt pages, and I've cut them out and made them into objects. Made an umbrella with one. I'm using the rest of my little strips that I took from my from the doodle page, and I'm filling in a couple of gaps here. Only to use them up, for no other reason. I like the way this is looking already. The other thing about these master boards is that I can add to it after. I'm going to put this one over here. I also have this little star stamp that I made with some foam stars. A wild honey, I'm going to use that one. We've got all the colors happening. And I can do some more. And when I sew it, I don't even consider where it might be cut. It'll be willy-nilly, silly, silly stitching everywhere. And now I'll add some black. I like these stars. They're really fun. There's a lot going on, which is exactly what I was going for. You could do this monochromatic if you want to do just black and browns and, you know, a couple of colors, which I have done that before too. I've kept it in a certain color scheme. So many fun things to do. So that is, I'm going to take this to the sewing machine, and just to let you know, my sewing machine already has a burgundy or a wine colored thread in there. Back from the sewing machine, and as I turned this over, when it said madness, this looks very mad, doesn't it? But I love it. And I'm going to add a few of the, just a few of the dots. A few of the dots in some of the empty spaces. I'm not going to fill it completely in. I left the thread in the way it was. You could change your thread. I mean, it is personal. I think that'll be enough. It is solid too, with the glue and the stitching. I like this pop of black where it says win with the QR code. That is fun. Numbers everywhere. And I'm going to do something with this now. I'm just going to make a tag to share how fast or how fun it is to do something. I'm not going to do any particular measurement. I'm using some scraps. This was from a birthday card that I was making, but it didn't work out, so I'm still using it up. And I'm going to apply glue. Might as well share what you can do with this. So now what I'll do is I'll turn this over, and I'm going to just aim for, I'm going to go for the corner, see where it lands. Let's see if I can cut a straight line, but let's see where and what this gives me. The back is completely blank, which is great for journaling. I'll leave it like that. I'm going to do a wide one, wide shoulder. Ones that I made. Well, that would be fun on here. Handle with care. It fits perfectly too. I think I'm going to have to do that, and then I'll put a piece of fabric. I think it's kind of funny as I'm doing this, because handle with care. Well, look at this graffiti on here. I wonder if I should go up like this though. No, I'm going to go across. Cover some of this up here. I don't know where this will be used, but I always seem to find the right place for these. They always have the right home. It's silk, so it tears quite nicely, quite easily. Add my label. And just like any other master board or collage that you do, things are going to get covered up, but that's where the mystery and how it turns out is. Oh, I think I might have enough here. Just need a thinner strip, I think. All of this is subject to change depending on what you have for supplies. And the back, well, it is open for whatever you want to do in the back. I'm not going to do anything right now because I don't know where I'm going to use it. It'd just be fun to have for journaling. See how this prompts you. I just wanted to share how it would look. There is a lot going on, and I love the way this label worked out with that. A fun way to do a master board using your receipts, and use it on cardboard to make it very thick. Cut little pieces off. You'll see me using this throughout my different makes that I'm going to do, some of my prompts. Well, I hope you'll join in the challenge. I'm going to turn this over as my paper. So don't forget to use the hashtag MasterboardMadness, and don't forget to tag Hazel and Aka Design, and subscribe to the participants, and leave a comment if you want to be entered in the draw. There will be something, a prize won at the end of this. We can't wait to see everybody's fun makes and different designs. It's really so inspiring to watch. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I really appreciate it. Be adventurous and stay fresh. We're into spring now. All kinds of new adventures. See you in the next video. Bye for now.